There's so many mental health resources and sexual health resources, and in my experience, there isn't a ton of overlap between the two, and yet there's so much complexity, and there is a need to talk about mental health when talking about sexual health, and there's a need to talk about sexual health if we're going to talk about mental health in a way that addresses the impact of sex and relationships and intimacy and loneliness and touch on our mental health. So my intention is for this to be intentional about holding space for our feelings in a way that is sex positive, in a way that my hope is to be supportive for those of us that are struggling with anxiety and depression and whatever our needs are when it comes to mental health. And also, I will say I'm not a therapist. I have taken some courses and identify as a survivor and as someone who does my best to love and practice consent and building safety in my day-to-day life, and that recognizes that we need to practice having conversations as a society. And this is one way that I am wanting to invite us on a journey for sex positive nourishment of our holistic health. Ooh. Hello. Wow. Oh, there's so much happening right now. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing this with me. I hope that it's nourishing for you. I've had a lot of anxiety about the possibility that this wouldn't be nourishing for you. And it's hard for me to talk about because I'm a perfectionist and I want to be the perfect fill in the blank. And at the same time, I know that perfection doesn't exist. And I do my best. And I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And yeah, at the end of the day, all we can do is our best. And I view this as an invitation, as an experiment, as an opportunity to play and to make art, and a creative way to invite a cultural shift towards building more skillfulness around mental health and around communication and play and love, modeling creativity when it comes to how we practice loving and fucking. There are so many ways to love, so many ways to make love. And did you see that? A big bird just flew by. But I don't know if you were able to see. Oh, did you see that? Oh, there's a rainbow somehow. I don't know how that's happening, but I lost it. Oh, it's difficult to catch the rainbow. So difficult to catch the rainbow. Difficult to catch the rainbow, rainbow. Can you catch the rainbow? Can you catch the rainbow? Can you catch? Can you catch? Can you catch the rainbow? Can you catch? Can you catch? Can you catch the rainbow? Catch the rainbow. Catch the rainbow. Catch. Catch the rainbow. Can you catch the rainbow? Catch. Catch the rainbow. Catch the rainbow. Catch the rainbow. Oh, wow. This is my first time catching a rainbow like this. I didn't know this was possible until now. That's the power of this magic garden, is that through playing and experimenting, we might find something surprising that we didn't even know was scientifically possible. We'd never seen it before until we find it. Oh, another bird just flew by. And after catching our first rainbow, we might notice a pattern and find ways to catch a second rainbow, and maybe there's a metaphor, and it's maybe it becomes easier after the first rainbow. And yeah, I feel very lucky to catch this rainbow. Am I blocking it? Can the rainbow overlap with me? Or does the rainbow require space? Oh. Am I blocking the rainbow? I don't think so. I can't tell. Am I? Actually, I think I might be. Yeah. Okay, I think the rainbow needs space. That's good to know. Wow. Ooh. Let's do another test. Oh? I can't tell. Well, I'm grateful to share this space with you and the rainbow as we travel through space and time to share in this magical garden. Yeah, I could spend this time beating myself up, talking about all my failures, all my problems, all my struggles, and I don't want to do that. I want to appreciate this rainbow and this moment and to celebrate the magic as opposed to really focus on the negatives, because our brains have a tendency to focus on the negative and to not even pay attention to and appreciate the things that are going well. And that's something that happens without really thinking about it. We just kind of focus on all the stuff that's wrong as opposed to noticing all the things that are going right. And obviously, I think it's important to pay some attention to both, but sometimes we can get caught in a loop of only the negative and being really harsh on ourselves. And I've done that with myself for years. And now I want to catch some rainbows. And I feel really excited to catch rainbows like this. Although I do feel like I should put on some sunscreen because, or at least move out of the sun a little bit, if possible. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Catch the rainbows. 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 Catch, catch, catch. Catch the rainbows. Catch the rainbows. Catch, catch, catch. Catch the rainbows. Catch the rainbows. Catch, catch, catch. Wow, that's so cool. I wonder exactly what causes this to happen. I think it's the sun. And maybe the trees that are, is it called refraction of light? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I'm sure somebody else can explain what makes a rainbow. What makes a rainbow? What makes a rainbow? Can you make 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 a rainbow? Ah, that's so cool. Wow. I made a rainbow. Can you see the indigo? Can you see it's subtle, so subtle. Wow. This is so cool. Yeah, and this rainbow is a metaphor for whatever we want it to be, for the magic that happens when we try something new and we surprise ourselves. And I've spent so many hours in this space, and this is the first time that this has happened. Or at least the first time that I've noticed this happening. Sometimes we don't notice what's right in front of us, and maybe we take it for granted. I've done that so many times for so much of my life. And being in this garden feels like an intentional space to notice the little things and to pay attention, appreciate, and savor the metaphorical rainbows. And I hope that you can also savor this rainbow. Can you savor this rainbow? Can you savor this rainbow? Rainbow, 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 rainbow. Can you savor this rainbow? Savor this rainbow. Wow. I wonder if it's possible to catch the rainbow from here. Would you like to practice making body art with the rainbow? Okay, let me